All right, y'all, do me a favor. Go down there, click that subscribe button, show me some love. You know what I'm saying? Thank you in advance. Anyway, today our discussion is going to be about forgiveness. Because I was having a talk with my friend, and, they was hell bent on just holding a grudge. And, you know what I'm saying? I know how I'm going to treat people, and I'm going to be like this from now on. And this, that, the other, like, ain't nobody finna, and I had to explain to him, like, man, who you are and your character is where your blessings come from. So you don't let nobody change that. And I'm like, forgiveness is not for the other party, it's for you. You know what I mean? Had to make him understand that, like, it's not, you can't be harboring negative energy. It's like, for what? That's too much, like, control. I had to explain, I'm like, you being mad at somebody, they got control over you. So you don't forgive people for yourself. I mean, you don't forgive people for them, you forgive them for yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you don't need that shit. Negative energy is bad, no matter how or where you put it, it's bad. It's like, you don't need that shit sitting on your heart or in your mind all the time, like, oh, I hate this person, or I gotta be like this because this changed me. And you know what I mean? Like, I had to realize that a long time ago. Like, that's where being me and being who I am that's where my blessings come from. So why would I change that in order to be like you or like the other person that, you know what I'm saying? Because they got their own karma or whatever to deal with behind the person that they're being. You feel what I'm saying? So I tried to explain that, like, you forgive people for yourself. You don't need to be, you know what I'm saying, having that type of stuff on your heart and just, you know what I'm saying, feeling some type of way or changing your character behind what another person has done. And it's like, some people be like, oh, no, you know what I'm saying, I can't do that. Like, they did me like this and like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm not telling you to be naive. I'm not telling you to keep dealing with people that's out to hurt you or don't have your best interests at heart. What I'm telling you is stop harboring negative feelings and forgive people, not for them, but for yourself. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a hard concept to wrap your mind around because you feel like you're letting them off easy. But half the time, people don't care. Like, the people that you spending your time mad at, they don't care. Or you know what I'm saying, about what type of stress that's putting on you or your body or how you feel or how it changed the aspect of life for you or how it changed your perception, you know what I'm saying, or change your care. They don't care. So it's like you making all these alterations to yourself just to make sure you stick to some type of grudge that you've been holding and like, oh no, they gonna feel me. Like, and half the time they don't. The only person affected by you not being able to forgive somebody is you. You know what I mean? So it's like you hindering yourself by holding on to all these negative feelings. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to wake up and feel like that every day? Because you got all that stuff on your heart. You know what I'm talking about? So I have to explain to him, like, you got to let that go. And it's not just for them, it's for you. You know? He like, man, yeah, man, but I just can't believe, you know what I'm saying? And all that. Like, it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. And it takes a lot of growth to get to that point. But when you get there, you'll have an understanding, like, oh, I get why he said that. Like, you're not hurting nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? By stressing or feeling like you got to do this or that to get back at a person. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't hurting nobody but yourself. So I think you pretty much understood, but I want to weigh in on that subject. You know what I'm saying? To let people know that, man, get all that stuff off your heart, man, and out your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a positive person and spread nothing but good energy, because guess what? That's what's going to return to you. You know what I mean? So if you out here putting out bad energy, and it's like that's not even the kind of person you are, you're putting it out based on something that somebody else did to you. You know what I mean? And it's like, you ain't got to do that because you changing the core. I'm like, dang. If I'm this type of person, I'm a good person and I'm kind and I always show love, I receive it back. You know what I'm saying? But when I change the dynamics and I'm like, I'm going to be cold-hearted, you know what I'm saying? I'm missing out on opportunities, blessings, you know what I'm saying, time with people, everything. I'm missing out on all type, maybe even, you know what I'm saying, finances, whatever. You're missing out on a lot by not being able to forgive somebody, you know what I'm saying? And like, people get it confused, and like, I'm not telling you to be a pushover, you know what I mean? Or telling you to deal with things that you shouldn't deal with, that's not good for your mental health or your stability or none of that. I'm just telling you to wash your hands with the situation. Like, don't let that live in you. Don't let that negative energy live in you at all. You know what I mean? Because we can't do nothing with negative energy. We can't do nothing. If you put it out there in the world, you're going to receive it back. And we don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I encourage everybody to let go and let God. You know what I mean? Like, whoever wronged you or got over or did this type of, man, and get that out your heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them deal with their own karma, because believe me, you will reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever you putting out into the world, that's what you gonna get. And that's what I had to learn. I'm like, you don't want to learn it the hard way, you know what I mean? So that's my segment for the day. As far as forgiveness, man, y'all forgive people. Not for them, for you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your heart is pure. Peace, love. I see y'all.